Hey, welcome into Studio 42. I'm with Oakland A's all-star reliever, Liam Hendriks. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has a nice little ring to it, but yeah, we'll see how it goes from the next year.
This is where you make your money, on the mound. So a typical day for you, you're sitting down in the bullpen, down that left field line in Oakland. The phone rings, you get on the mound. Where do you stand on the mound? What's the first thing you do when you get up to start throwing?
First thing I get up is I get up and I put my mouth guard in. I wear a mouth guard when I pitch, so I put that in. I get on the mound. I'm directly in the middle of the rubber, so I am right there, smack bang in the middle, because I've tried being over here and I was falling off the mound when I was a starter, and I've tried being here, but I realized it just wasn't for me. So smack bang in the middle, every mound's the same. I have the direct angle, and I go up there and I try and throw as hard as I can for as long as I can.
Okay, the life of a reliever. Your heart's pounding through your chest. They get you up. They said, boom, get Liam up. You're getting ready to get into the game. How many pitches does it take you to get ready before you can give them the wave of the hat? You know you're in.
Yeah, so I've told them, like, I wear a single arm sleeve on my right arm. As soon as they see my arm sleeve come off, it means I've got 2 pitches and I'm ready. So what I'll do is I'll get up there, I'll throw probably 2 pitches, 2, 3, like probably 3 fastballs, then I'll let a couple go, take the arm sleeve off, and I'm ready to go.
You know, as a reliever, I did this also for 18 years. Do you have any weird superstitions, like sitting next to somebody before a game, or do you have walking over the chalk line?
For me, it's always I slap the thigh with my glove. I always do the same thing, which is now there's a little bit of string, so there's been a couple times where I've had some welts on the inside of my leg a little bit, but that's about it. And every single time, it's the warm-up pitches are exactly the same.
You know, the life of a reliever, you sit around all day, and the only way that you're going to pitch is if it's 3 runs or less, 8th inning or longer. And do you have some days where, like, you want to get into a game desperately? You haven't pitched in a couple days?
Oh yeah, I have these conversations with Bob Melvin all the time. Like, look, 4 days max, I got to get into a game. Like 4 days, I want to be in. Just to, like, even if it's an out, even if whatever it is, I need to go out there. I need to get a feel for it. Even if you give me the cold down, be like, hey, get him going. Just get that blood going a little bit and get out there. But I've always told them, like, if we have an off day the next day and I haven't pitched in 4 days, throw me out there that day. Then someone would have to worry about back to back. And it just keeps me loose and keeps me into the game.
Does it feel weird? Oakland's one of the few ballparks that you warm up on the field, down the line right there. Do you ever get paranoid when you're throwing away and it gets away and it rolls down and you have to stop play because the ball rolls down from the bullpen?
My first ever relief appearance was in Oakland. And I was the 3rd inning, I was with the Twins. I come in, I didn't throw a single breaking ball in the bullpen. I was terrified of doing that, like letting one run around the board. So no, I didn't throw a single one. Now I'm not too worried about it. Now I'll throw it, and I trust that bullpen catchers. They do a great job, both Phil and Jeremy down there.
Do you have your favorite mounds? Throughout my career, I loved pitching in Anaheim. I don't know why. That mound to me just felt great, and I love pitching in Toronto. It seemed like the clay and the dirt in Toronto was moist and soft and you didn't slide. Do you have a favorite mound?
I think mine's Oakland. I mean,
You like Oakland?
It's high, it's got some size to it. It's just it's a home confines, but I love the mound in Toronto as well. Like, I had a great year when I played there. I mean, there's certain mounds you go to and you're like, oh, I'm locked in. Like, I like it. As I said, Anaheim's a great place, except having to face that lineup a little bit. But there's certain places that you just have that little vibe to it. And Oakland, the Coliseum, is just one of those for me.
I always felt like Fenway, because the stands are so close, the depth perception, it looked like the mound was shorter than 60 feet,
it's the
6
best.
inches, right?
It's
it looks
the
like it's
best.
45 inches. Like, man, I think I have an advantage today, right?
100%. There's certain places. I think it was Houston. Houston is like that one place where it's okay, but then as soon as the roof's open, I played there once with the roof open changes the dynamics. You feel like you're on top of the hitter, and it's fantastic.
What do you do, like, you have a rough night? You give up a game-winning hit, home run. Is it hard to go home and go to sleep?
No, for me, I'm pretty easy in the fact, like, I do the same thing every time. So as soon as the game's done, I'm going to get home. It annoys my wife to no end, but I will watch both the home and visiting side on, like, the MLB app. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching myself, I'm hearing what they're saying, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. If it's bad, I'm going to go out there and I'm like, oh, well, look, you guys think that this is bad? Okay, I'll pitch tomorrow and I'll show you that I can do whatever you said I did poorly, I'm going to do well tomorrow.
You've done both. You've started, you've relieved. You've had a lot of success in both. You've really made your niche now, pitching out of the bullpen. Did you see yourself when you came up in the minor leagues as being a reliever?
No, I mean, I came up as a starter in the Twin system and had a lot of success coming up through the minor league system. I thought my career was going to be a starter. I thought that was going to be made, and things took a turn. But at the end of the day, I love the bullpen. I talk a lot, so they need to put me about 400 feet away from the rest of the team so they get a break. So that's a good thing in that way. But I love the intensity of coming out of the pen, going as hard as you can for just like an inning and 2 innings, something like that. And it's an experience that you have, and for me, it's just fit.
Velocity upswing the last couple of years, 98 to 100 miles an hour. You remember the first time you threw when you hit triple digits?
the last pitch of the season last year, officially. There was a couple times in there that it was like 99.8, 99.9, but it's, I mean, you know, if you like the two numbers you cannot round up to are 90 and 100. You can't round up. If it's 89.9, you're still 89. If you're 99.9, it's still 99. So the last pitch of the season, I think I ended up hitting 100. I think it was 100.00. And yeah, it was. I think I gave it up on that pitch.
When you're warming up and you have your good stuff, do you know it? Like when you're down there warm up, you take your 4 or 5 good throws, you take that armband, you take your sleeve off, and you come in. Do you know you have your stuff that day?
Fastball wise, yes. Fastball wise, there's just a different feeling about it when you have it. Like for me, a life is a big thing. So regardless of how hard I'm throwing, my life, I can see that ball, and you can see that ball kind of go that way and then track up at the last minute. If it's doing that and it's staying true, like I know I'm going to have a decent day. But for sliders, it's sliders and curveballs. It's a feel pitch. There's certain days where it feels great, and then I go out in the mound and spike them all.
Sounds like you've got this relieving thing down, man. Liam Hendriks, the man with the Oakland A's.